Hello everyone and welcome to the Practical English brand. In this video, I'm gonna be teaching you the difference between simple gerund and perfect gerund, but the form will be active form. Keep in mind that the form is active form and the subject of the sentence will be the doer of the action. As I know and you know, it is one of the most complicated grammatical points, but again, I want to say this, I've tried my best to make it as simple as possible. I've tried it so simple that even the students of basic and intermediate level should be able to understand, the point easily. So let's begin with Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. So now, simple gerund and perfect gerund. The first difference is in the structures of simple gerund and perfect gerund. Look, if it's simple gerund, the gerund verb is directly followed by verb ing, which means gerund, okay? Or if there's a preposition in your sentence, the preposition is directly followed by verb ing, okay, as a gerund. But if it's perfect gerund, then gerund verb is followed by having as a helping verb and then main verb in past participle or third form, or preposition plus having plus past participle or third form. Now look at these examples. Okay, so the first three examples over here are for simple gerund that you see over here. We enjoy learning English. He dreams about going to Mecca. We are interested in learning. Now look, see the difference. The first example, we enjoy learning English. The gerund verb enjoy is followed directly by gerund verb ing learning. But there, we remember having gone there. Look, remember the gerund verb is followed by having as a helping verb and then gone, the main verb comes in past participle or third form. Look at the second example, he dreams about going to Mecca. In the second example, about, the preposition about is followed by gerund directly, okay, traveling or going, okay. But in the second example, she talks about having met him. Okay, now, the gerund verb, the preposition about is followed by having as a past, as a helping verb and then past participle or third form of the verb met. And finally, the third example says we're interested in learning and he's accused of having killed him. Now, in simple gerund form, the preposition is simply followed by verb ing as a gerund, but in perfect gerund form, the preposition of is followed by having as a helping verb and then killed as a past participle or third form. Okay, so now look at the next slide. The second difference. The second difference, if it's simple gerund, like what I explained first to the left hand, if it's simple gerund, the times of both gerund verb and gerund are the same. So whatever, there's an action or there's a state, okay? Usually gerund verbs are state verbs, they're not action verbs. They show, state, not actions, okay? The verbs which come before gerund verb ing. But the gerund itself shows the condition of a verb. So now if it's a state verb and it is changed to gerund form, gerund shows the state of that verb. Or if it's an action verb and it is turned into gerund form, then the gerund shows the state of that action. I hope this concept is clear. Now pay close attention to these three examples. So example number one, he denies committing the crime. So now the times of both denies and committing are the same times. Whenever he commits a crime, he denies it. He doesn't accept it. For example, if he commits a crime today, he denies it today. If he's taken to the court, if he's arrested by the police, and he denies it. If he, for example, commits a crime in the future, he denies it in the future. So the times of both verbs are the same. Look at the second example. He denied committing the crime. Okay, he committed a crime in the past and he denied it in the past. Again, the times of both, denied, which is a gerund verb, and committed, committing, which is a gerund, and the gerund shows the state of that action, commit, okay? So are the same, they're the same times. He committed the crime in the past and he denied committing that crime in the past. So both verbs have the same times. Now look, he will deny committing the crime. If he commits any crime in the future, he will deny it because it is his habit. So again, The times of both verbs are the same. Now we will move to the next slide and see some more examples over here. So example number 4 says, he is interested in watching movies. Whenever he watches movies, he's interested in that. Again, he is, the time of the to be verb is, and watching are the same times. If he watches movies in the future, he's interested in that. Whenever he watches movies, he's interested in that. The times are the same times. And example number 5 says, he was interested in watching movies. Now, let's say at a specific time in the past, he used to watch movies and he was interested in watching movies at that time. So again, he was, simple past tense, to be verb, in watching movies. The times of both the, to be verb was and the gerund, watching, are the same times. Both, were in the past. See, we use simple past tense for that. So now, example number 6, he will be interested in watching movies. If he watches movies, if he has the chance or if he has the time in the future to watch movies, he will be interested in the movies in the future. So in this case, the times of both verbs are the same. They are both in the future, okay? If in the future he has the chance to watch, movies, in the future he will be interested in watching movies. So again, the times are the same. And here, there's one exceptional case. I've brought one example over here. Sometimes it's possible that you bring an object after the gerund verb, and after that you bring, gerund. Like in this example, I hate him coming late to the office. It means, when he comes late to the office, I hate it, okay? So in this case, if you use the object pronoun him, like here in this example, I hate him coming late to the class, it will be somehow more formal. But if you say I hate his coming late to class, it will be somehow informal, okay? So that is the difference. That is the main concept. But the action of gerund refers to the object, him, in this case, if you use the object over here. But still, the times of both verb, like hate and coming, are the same. Whenever he comes late to class, I hate it. Okay, whenever. So the times are the same. It's not like hating, the time of the verb hate is like present time, and coming is in the past or in the future. No, whenever he comes late, I hate that. So the times are the same. So now we're gonna move to the next slide, and I'll show you, the differences over here. So you already know that if it's simple gerund form, the times of both the gerund itself and the gerund verb are the same times. But when it comes to perfect gerund, the times are different. Okay, the time, it says here the times of gerund verb and the main verb in past participle form are different. Okay, actually the whole structures are different, but the times are different. Examples, look at the first example. He mentions having spent time in San Antonio. So he mentions now, at present time, that he spent time in San Antonio in the past, a past action. In other words, when we use perfect gerund, we talk about the present remark of a past action or the past remark of a past action. Now look, he mentions now, present time, that he spent time in San Antonio in the past, a past action. It shows the present remark of a past action. In other words, in simple words, the times of mentions, which is the gerund verb, and spent, which is the past participle form or third form of the main verb, are different. They do not have the same time. Now look at the second example. She admitted having made a huge mistake. She admitted in the past that she had made a big mistake earlier than that. Okay, so that is the concept over here. She admitted in the past that she had made a big mistake, a huge mistake earlier than that. So again, the times are different. In this case, it shows the past remark of a past action, like she admitted, that is the past remark or past result of an action that happened earlier than that, having made a huge mistake. Like she made a huge mistake first, and after that she admitted that she made a huge mistake. But the times are different. So admitted in the past, but having made, the mistake that was earlier than admitting. I hope it's clear now. Now look at the third example, which says Trump will remember having lost the election. Again, the times are different. Trump will remember in the future that he lost the election in the past. It's possible. Sometimes you can talk about the future remark or result of a past action. It's also possible. So he will remember in the future that he lost the election in the past. So it shows the future remark of a past action. Now we're going to move to the next slide, and there's some more examples that I'm going to explain to you, and I want you to pay close attention, please. So example number 1, he's proud of having done his master's. Look, he's proud now, present remark. It's simple present tense, he's proud. Having done his master's, the idea here is that he did his master's in the past and now he's proud of it. So it shows the present remark or present result of a past action. Again, in simple words, the times of the two verbs is, okay, which is, our actually kind of main verb of the sentence over here, and done over there, which shows, the action of the subject, and is, which shows the state of the subject over here. But the times are different. So he is proud now, present time. That he did his master in the past, it's past action. It shows the present remark of past action. Look at the second example. He was blamed for having broken the TV. He was blamed for having broken the TV. Keep in mind that, that's something in the past. He was blamed in the past, at a specific time in the past. But the concept over here is that he was blamed that he had broken something, the TV or something earlier than that. That's the concept, that's the idea. So the times are again different, they're not the same times. They're in the past, but breaking TV took place before, that he was blamed, okay? So that's the concept. So he was blamed for having broken the TV. He was blamed that he had broken the TV. He broke the TV first, and then he was blamed of that action. So again, the past remark of a past action. And finally, look at the third example. She will be proud of having served the country. Let's say she serves the country now. She works as a pilot or as a soldier in the National Army, or with the police department or something, okay? She will be proud of this in the future. In the future, when she retires in the future, she will be saying stories to her friends that I used to serve my country in the past. I was a police officer, or I was a pilot or something. So she will be proud of having served the country. Now, she's serving the country now, but she will be proud of it in the future. The times of will be and served, these two verbs, are different. They are in the same times. I hope the concept is clear now. I hope now, in simple words, if I tell you once more at the end, quickly, in simple words, when we use a simple gerund, active form, it could be active form, it could be passive form, the times of both, the verb that comes before gerund and gerund itself, will be the same times. Both at present time, both in the past, or maybe both in the future. But when we use perfect gerund, the times are different. The structures are also different. I showed you at the beginning, the structures are also different. But this is more important to know, and the concept is more important to know, that the times are different when we use perfect gerund, okay? So the time of the gerund verb could be at present time, and the time of the main verb in past participle form could be in the past. Or if the time of the gerund verb is in present time, so the time of the past participle or main verb in past participle form is earlier than that. So now if you want to say that in simple words, you need to use past perfect tense for that, okay? To show the difference between the times of these two verbs. Or, the action could be in the past or present time, and the future, the remark could be in the future. I hope this much explanation is enough, and I hope you understood this complicated point. And if you have liked this video, and for sure, then don't forget to smash the like button and make the algorithm of YouTube surprised. If you haven't liked it, just leave it alone. But if you have liked it, then smash the like button. Have a great time. For now, bye-bye.